I knew it. I knew you'd come today of all days. Damn it. We gotta get you out of this forest. One day a year. One, and it's the day you show up. I knew it. It's too late. We never make it to the bridge. Hurry up. Come inside. What do you mean you have no clue how you got here? You have your pack and everything. I'm not sure I understand how you could be compelled to pick it up, but we don't have time to chat. There's a horde of evil outside, and more on the way. We don't even know what half those things are anymore. Based on what we do know, ignorance is probably a blessing, but we can speculate later.
We need to open the floor. It's our only chance.
You're right. There'll be nowhere left to hide once it begins. We can make a hole under the bed. Once our friend is behind the barrier, it'll be like every other year. We'll have to explain later, but I'm sure you remember my telling about converting the basement, yes? Good. Long story short, there's also a few magical protections around it. We couldn't have survived without them. I've been brutally honest about how dangerous this place is. I'm not sure why you look surprised. It's amazing, yet frightening how many questions you have in the face of certain death. Stand back, please. Ethan, help me move this thing. You're gonna be just fine, friend. We'll get through this together. I'm surprised they haven't smelled you, but maybe they're too preoccupied, or lulling us into a false sense of security. I'm only planning for every possibility, but those guys aren't exactly known for their patience. If they knew you were here, we wouldn't be considered much of a threat. It's more likely they're too busy to notice. These rituals have been happening for centuries. They probably can't remember the last time one of us interrupted. Whoa, hold on, boy. Just because the bed will be covering it doesn't mean we can rip the boards in half. It would be nice to lay them back in place afterwards. Once our pal is safely hidden, we'll make it look like this room hasn't been touched since those kids with the tie-dye van.
The ones that thought we were all acid hallucinations?
Yep, but this time, we stay quiet and lay low. There shouldn't be any problems. I bet we can even manage a few stories to help pass the time. How's that sound? I thought that part would be well received. Alright, it's time. Don't worry, friend. Ethan will lower you nice and slow. He's stronger than he looks. You'll be on the ground and taking the grand tour before you know it. See? No problem at all. You two go ahead. We'll get this mess cleaned up and be with you in a few. See, Trish? Told you it would be best to keep the hide a surprise. Great news, family. We're officially bunkered down, and the ritual's begun. Only something fairly extreme could stop them now, and we aren't giving them anything but distance. Tonight, we don't exist. Well, thank you, friend. I'm glad you like it. This is my real library. The original journals, every book, and all our downloaded entertainment are right here. I often worry they aren't safe enough, but I fear no amount of precautions would make me feel differently. Oh my, I was so worried about the ritual. I've been a terrible host. I'm ashamed of myself. Truly, I am. You haven't had a chance to say more than 2 words since you got here. Hell, I didn't even ask how you've been since your last visit. Well, gracious host is probably a stretch, but it's kind of you to say so. I do try. But no more about me. What's the big news? You're grinning ear to ear, and the curiosity is killing me. I know you said you were going to email that Mr. Somnium, but are you trying to tell me he actually responded? As in, he read it? He wants to narrate it for his channel? When? It's already done. Are you screwing with me? Because this is a cruel joke to play on an old man, no matter how long ago his heart stopped. Okay, well, don't sugarcoat it. What do people think? Shut up, I'm not crying. You're crying. Holy sweet mother. You even took pictures of the comments. You, my friend, hold the special power of restoring one's faith in humanity. Shush, everyone. Of course I want to hear it, but we need to be quiet. No unnecessary risks, remember? But don't worry, friend. You'll be across that bridge before you know it. Hell yeah, I'm positive. And once you're home, would you have time to pass along a message to our dark family? It should be heartfelt, yet stoic. Humble, but not desperate. Maybe I should draft a few keynotes. First impressions are everything.
You're doing it again, dear.
Oops, enough about all that. We're in for a long night. What would you like to hear about next? The mountain settlement, maybe? How about the Civil War or the Revolution? Really? First-hand accounts of America's entire history are at your disposal, but you want to know how Trish and I got here? You're one strange cookie, my friend, but that's the main reason we like you so much. Alrighty then, I aim to please. Hang tight while I find the right journal. We need to go back to a couple of weeks before we died. Oh yeah, those are the weapons. Those have been down here since the ordeal with the outlaws. It's kinda nice not having anyone else to meddle in what we do with our family heirlooms. Here we are. I only hope you aren't too disappointed. When you get bored, we'll switch to a different journal. Until then, sit back, relax, and try to ignore any strange noises. Now that the ritual has begun, they can't leave the circle. Well, they could, but they'd be forced to start over, which would be extremely inconvenient. April 5th, 1696. It has been a hard day, the kind that makes me long for the years I could work without pain in my back. If not for the grandchildren, my fields would be empty this season. It seems like only yesterday I was teaching their fathers how to plant and plow, yet now I ramble incessantly like the old men we mocked in our youth. Even when there is actual news to speak of, I somehow default to writing the same dull drivel as always. Bill Sanderson returned from a business trip 2 days ago, and today his entire family is ill. The doctors were only notified when his children failed to attend class for a second morning. Miss Harvard sent one of the students to the Sanderson home, and the lad went for help upon finding the family confined to their beds. No one dares speak the words we all know to be true, but... Damn, that one was loud. Well, it sounds like they've brought out a sacrifice. I can understand why you might be upset, but we didn't see a reason to worry you when there's nothing we can do to help that poor soul. I know it's hard to hear. In the beginning, we might want to help too, but you gotta trust us. Our first time hearing it, we rushed into the middle of them like fools. They had some poor girl, must have been between 17 and 20, and she...
Maybe skip that part, dear.
Right. They almost ate us, and if you go running out there, I'm not sure we could save you at all, but we'd try. The one thing I am certain of is that we would be consumed either way. Please don't get us eaten before I can hear Mr. Somnium read Pappy Grant's journal, please. Yes, exactly. The demon himself is smack in the middle of all of it and growing more powerful as we speak. He's surrounded by every evil thing this place has to offer. We can't help them in the same way you can't walk on the ceiling. Why aren't you understanding this, friend? Yes, killing the demon would mean an end to the sacrifices, and this place would finally stop attracting new monsters, but... Yes, it would make it possible to deal with other creepies and crawlies as well, but... Because we can't. Even if the demon wasn't surrounded by his minions, we wouldn't stand a chance. Tell me you did not just point to the weapons. No, better yet, tell me what we did to make you hate us. Why are you trying to re-kill us? It's a moot point anyway. The girl is dead by now. Let's not dwell on what we can't change. I'm sorry, but if y'all don't mind, I'd like to continue reading. Jiminy friggin' cricket. Yes, I heard it. Yes, I know it was a man that time. I don't know how many more. I swear I don't know. They don't hunt for a specific type or number of sacrifices, but if an opportunity presents itself in the months leading up to the ritual, yes, I'm afraid so. They'll use as many as they find. There's no maximum limit, and the more lives they take, the more powerful the ritual becomes. No, please don't touch the weapons.
Actually, I have an idea.
An idea on how to calm our friend down?
Sort of.
Nope, sit down and zip it.
But...
Sit. Zip. We are survivors. Do you not understand what that means? It means we survive. We keep going. We record the story. Just now, finally, that story is making it to the outside world. We can't let it end here. If we get the rest of it out there, real help will come. People who know what they're doing. Hell, maybe someone with the...
Dear.
Right. The point is, someone who isn't us. We have two choices. We can go out there, become dinner, and let the world forget about that one random story, or we can be strategic. We can forfeit the battle to win the war and enjoy victory together, as a family. Then, when it's time to deal with the other unfriendly inhabitants, maybe some of those paranormal investigators will visit. I don't think I'd be comfortable with ghost hunters. I know you said it's not the same kind of hunter, but…
Dear.
Right, sorry. Can we please just get back to reading? If they had another… Well, that was obviously the same one as before. Wait a second, friend. You do realize those weapons are useless in our hands, right? They wouldn't work even if we could land a hit. That means you would have one shot with only a dagger to fall back on.
Seriously, I have a plan.
Please, boy, I'm serious too.
It's a good plan.
You too? But how do you already know what it is? Why are none of you concerned with…
Dear.
Fine. Go ahead, Ethan. Take your time and explain it in as much detail as possible.
Since the horde of bad guys are confined to the ritual circle, no one is guarding the demon's path. Those egg sacs have been incubating for ages. Tonight will probably be enough to put a few more monsters in the world, unless something happens to them.
Okay, since we're completely ignoring my strategic plan for victory, let's hear it. How do you propose we bypass the fact that they'll smell our flesh and blood pal the moment we stick our heads out of the hole? You know, the one we hid under the bed that happens to be the only exit for someone incapable of passing through solid objects.
Actually, only two of us need to go. Technically, they could burst the sacks with a regular crossbow. The only reason I've never done it before is because the demon would know it was one of us, and we've never had a way to fight back until now. Don't you see? This is why our friend was brought here. It's fate. We could make a real difference. The demon will feel what's happening and rush over in a blind rage. He will pass straight by the lake. Someone on the roof could probably get a clear shot.
Oh, and our friend is suddenly an archer now, huh? Hell, let's pretend that part is true. You realize the demon won't simply be strolling by, don't you? Even our eyes can barely keep track. That's a vital detail, since a miss would mean we all suffer fates worse than second death. Dying the first time was bad enough, thank you very much.
I could do the aiming, and I remember the demon's name well. You know I can make the shot. Let me have my revenge. Imagine if Jamestown could really expand. How long do you think it would be before they brought in some electric poles? Surely Wi-Fi wouldn't be too far behind.
Damn you, boy. Taunt me with sweet dreams all you want, but none of those things would matter if we weren't around to enjoy them.
We can destroy the eggs much faster than the demon can break their circle. We could be back before they need to shoot. If the worst happens, one of us will get our friend to bridge while the others stay behind. We can pack the journals now as well. Then our story will live on, and your plan will still work. What do you think?
Well, I think it's horrible. It doesn't change a thing about how it will end. Besides, have you noticed how long it's been since… Oh, come on!
Please, we don't have much time. You know full well they've barely gotten started. This has gone too far. Once the demon is dead, we'll be the last thing on anyone's mind. Most of them will run scared back to their dens, and some will move to darker pastures entirely. While this is happening, Trish can get our friend back to safety, and we'll go after the hostages.
I don't like it.
That's a shame, dear. Based on what Mother saw, I could have used your help. Oh well, sit tight, or return as quickly as possible. Try not to worry.
You can be a cruel woman sometimes. Ethan, listen to me very carefully. Don't extend a single hair beyond the protection barrier until we're finished. You got that? Then it's straight into position. Do not overestimate the amount of time it will take him to break the ritual circle. We'll clear the path for you on the way out.
You got it, Uncle.
All right, let's get it over with. If it's the last thing I do, I'll fit in some told you so's before going loudly into that dark, eternal night.
We'll stay underground as long as we can and come up by the path's entrance.
Are you going to explain what happened with Gail? I didn't want to worry our friend any more than you two already have, but she clearly saw something that shook you up.
Last week, she was having a good day and said this year wasn't like the others. The demon was angrier after the French settlement than we realized. In our grief over lost friends and enchanted arrows, we failed to realize that several of the sacks were destroyed as well. Rather than replacing them, he poured everything into what was left.
We should be close. Let's go up. And they're supposed to hatch tonight? Is that what you were saying?
You're right, we're here. But no, those eggs hatched ages ago. However, the results were so promising. He tried something new. This time, he divided everything equally between 2 sacks. They're already massive, and when the 24 sacrifices are dead, there will be 2 more extremely dangerous monsters loose in our forest.
24? How? It's never been more than a dozen. And wow, this place really has gotten dismal. I remember when it was impossible to see more than a few yards into the tree line, but now there's hardly any green left in the forest.
The bulk of the sacrifices are Boy Scouts. They weren't camping here. Their bus broke down. The repairs were going to take a few hours, so their troop leader suggested bringing the restless kids for a hike. The worst part is, they never told anyone what happened. No one knows they came here. When the repairs were complete, those who stayed with the bus drove down to retrieve the others. They had no clue what they were driving into. Of course, there are probably a few other sacrifices mixed in. Surely they aren't all with the Scouts.
I just want to go home and listen to my story. Jeez, the ground is so hard and black, it feels like concrete.
If we can end the reign of terror, you'll have eternity to enjoy all the stories you want, dear. Now, move your ass. My baby is practically alone back there. Is your crossbow ready? I think I see the first one ahead. Look up and to the right. Mother said these were bright yellow instead of orange. That has to be one of them.
Yeah, that's it. The other is on the ground to the left. Do you see it? We should stand back. That gunk inside could still hurt us. Or we could turn around and go home now. No harm done.
Wow, they really are massive. Wait, did you mean no harm done aside from tonight's 24 sacrifices?
Are you ready? We shoot on 3. 1, I love you. 2, 3. Go! Can you feel that? The air is heavier. It's like walking through deep water.
Yes, and we need to go faster.
No, darling, just me.
What's in that vial? Did you try brewing potions again?
It's something I've been saving for an emergency. Don't worry. If the worst happens, the enchantment will weaken overnight. You'll be able to free yourself by morning.
Alex, no, we don't have time to argue. You don't...
It's okay to be mad. I can handle that, but not losing you. I'm sure you're frustrated that I can't hear what you're saying, but if it's any consolation, I can feel your displeasure loud and clear. Hopefully, I'll be back for you. Oh no, the air is getting even heavier. Okay. Hun, you'll be safe here, and I'll be right back. All right, old boy, she's safe. Totally, completely safe. Yes, sir. Now you're gonna bottle up that loudmouth nephew and hope to hell the demon is satisfied with only one savory morsel, and that our friends skews towards flight rather than fight. There they are. They're on the roof. All I need to do is drag... No, please, no, not when I'm this close.
Okay, this is it. Remember, just like we practiced, don't panic. Keep your eyes closed, body relaxed, mind clear, and... Hey, why is Uncle... Oh, shit! No!
I'm not gonna make it. Oh, no. It only scratched the bastard. Holy mother, he's looking right at them. The arrow, it's so close. I have to get to it. Hey, look at me, asshole! Yoo-hoo! Crap, he's really coming. Even uglier than I remember. Looks like a tall Quasimodo caught leprosy and went into the final stages of liver failure. Damn, he's a big mother. Lucky I don't need to breathe. Just need an arm free. Legs are already gone. Boy, catch! Thank goodness it got through. Everything's going all wonky. Sorry, family.
No, bastard. He's absorbing Alex. We have to shoot before there's nothing left. Hold on, we're coming. Are you ready? Now! Say it! Why isn't he reforming? Stay here, I need to get down there.
Is it over? Is this where the dead go when they die? Or is this a black void unique to the demon's victims? Maybe I'm being stored away until needed. At least Trish is safe. And I think, yes, before everything went dark, the bastard took an arrow in the neck. I remember hearing the start of his name before the sound was cut off by screaming. It's too late for me, but surely my boy got our friend away from this place. The demon is still dangerous even in this condition. Was that Ethan calling for me? No, it was too close. Maybe I'm hallucinating after all.
Uncle, if you can hear me, I found your dirty bottle trick lying next to what was left of you. Hopefully, I got all of you, but, it looks like I'm stuck. Alex, I can't move my legs. He's got me. I guess this guy really doesn't want me to die. I'm gonna throw you while I can still move my arms. Holy shit! You stabbed him! No, don't pull it out. We need to go. Get on my back. Alex, where's Trish? Oh, right. He can't answer.
I can answer. You just can't hear me. What the hell is happening out there? I can't see or sense anything. We better be headed away from the demon with our friend in tow, or I swear before this sweet cricket I'll find a way to tan your hide. Ugh, you best find a way to hear me, boy. Hello?
Yes, I'm positive Alex is in this bottle. Here, you can hang on to it. Oh, wait. Do you hear that? This is fantastic. I must have gotten all of him. Hey, Uncle, tap once for yes and twice for no. Do you understand? Is Trish safe? Thank goodness. Uncle, you won't believe it. Our friend came out of nowhere and stabbed that bastard in the foot. I think this is really it. He was falling apart as we fled. I'm trying to get us to the bridge, and then we can find a way to get you out that bottle.
What do you mean find a way? Open it! Wait, what are you two saying out there? No way, friend. You are not staying 1 second longer. We can check on the sacrifice hostages after you're gone. Ethan, don't you dare listen to that nonsense. Get your ass to the bridge and open the damn bottle.
Sorry, friend, but I can't take you to the ritual circle. Alex would kill me. Just listen to him in there. He's going nuts. Whoa, what are you doing? Sit still or we're gonna...
Holy cricket, that's better. Now, we were all human once. Let's talk about this like reasonable folk. It really happened. He's gone. Even after everything. I just didn't believe it. But damn, can you feel it too? The air is almost normal again. The looming sense of dread is actually, it's stronger than ever. Let's get Trish before we do anything else. How? How is it empty? It shouldn't have weakened that fast. How is she gone?
Wait, calm down and focus for a second. Do you feel that? There's another fight happening and she's definitely part of it. I'm going now. Are you coming, friend? Or do you want to stay here and argue with Alex? Great, let's go.
Wait up. Damn it, Trish. Why'd she have to go in there alone? I know, friend. You don't need to remind me. I'm clearly surrounded with kind souls, but you see, we are a family of survivors, and avoiding danger is the key to being a survivor. This expedition is in direct conflict with our mission statement. She's breaking the Prime Directive. That's not okay.
There, Uncle. We can have a court-martial after we help her. For now, we need to hurry. We should find a vantage point before showing ourselves. If it looks too dangerous, one of us will rush our friend to the bridge while the other helps Trish. Fair enough?
It's not like I have any choice in the matter. You three have been forcing my hand all night anyway, so come on, let's go before it's too late. Are you two seeing this? It's absolute chaos down there. And it looks like, is Trish leading a platoon of Boy Scouts?
Hell yeah, she is. Look, everyone must have fled. Only the walkers left. Jeez, where did they get all those weapons? It's been ages since I've seen a mob like that. Some of them are actually carrying pitchforks.
Don't stand there gawking, boy. That walker isn't going to wait idly by while they fill it with holes. Why would she do this? Friend, if we survive this ordeal, remind me to explain the definition of a rhetorical question.
It won't fight outnumbered either. I think it's waiting for...
Yeah, you saw it right, friend. It waited for one to come within reach and fled with him. It's safe for you to come down with us now. We need to get everyone back to the cabin and calm down so we can discuss what story you'll tell the police. Well, of course I mean you. Who else is going to take them? Their last chaperone was just carried off by the walker, and none of us can cross the bridge. We can't send a group of traumatized kids off on their own. Well, I have no clue what you're supposed to tell them. We haven't discussed it yet.
Trish, over here!
You're all here! I'm so relieved. When I was able to free myself, you three were fleeing towards the bridge, so I came straight here.
How considerate of you.
What was that, husband? Did you say something?
Well, I love you, and I'm delighted you're safe.
You're such a dear. Don't let the children know we're ghosts. I don't think their fragile minds could take it.
Fair enough. I suppose we'll take the long way home then.
Actually, I've had a rather long night, and so has our friend. I think it's best if we go ahead while you and Ethan bring the boys along behind us. We'll make sure your path is clear, of course.
Of course. Come on, Ethan. You heard the lady. Round him up.
I can't believe the demon was finally defeated. So, you went right up to the monster and stabbed him in the foot? You really are amazing, my friend. And I know you'll understand why we had to make this little detour. We need to get any demon goop left behind into this jar. We'll burn it in the fireplace, and then you can take the ashes with you. There, that's all of it. We better get moving. Oh, you don't remember what my brother-in-law learned from the mountain settlement? The ashes must be spread over salt water, never fresh. Do you see any salt water in our territory? Alex doesn't want to think about it yet, but you and I know better than to wait, don't we? I knew I could count on you. I can never repay you for saving my boys. But you'll always have a home with us. Although I'm sure you'll be hearing those words in abundance over the coming months. Those children are probably assumed dead. The news crews will be rolling in before lunch. I guarantee it. Oh, shh, they're almost here. I'll put this in the fire and get the ashes into your bag discreetly. Once you're safely across the bridge, I'll let the boys know we have everything under control.
That's right. This way, fellas. Y'all are safe now. You'll be home with your families in no time. We're just gonna have a little chat and make sure everyone is on the same page while we wait for the sun to rise. Then, our friend is going to take all of you to see some nice policemen. How does that sound? Come on, guys. We've been at this for over an hour. I don't think you understand what's waiting for you on the other side of that bridge. Do you know what it means to be national news? I don't think so. You can say goodbye to your privacy for a long time, my little friends. You boys had multiple agencies searching for you across multiple states. You're already national news, but with our story, people will leave you alone when the next tragedy strikes. With the truth, your names will be synonymous with this event for the rest of your lives. The story for this place is older and darker than you can fathom, and I promise, you boys don't want this shadow looming over you forever. So, what's it gonna be, kids? Were you lost and found, or kidnapped and rescued? That's a great choice, guys. I knew you looked like a reasonable bunch. I got a sixth sense for those things. Now, how many people found you? That's right, only our friend. You boys are gonna be just fine. Chins up now. Remember, you're all traumatized children. Don't be afraid to cry if they ask uncomfortable questions. As for your chaperones, you got separated. How should you know what happened? They'll come down here and poke around and look for the bodies, but it won't trouble us any. There's nothing left to find, and we'll be settled in our new home. Yeah, suck it up. Yes, I only want to listen to my story. Is that so much to ask? I'm sure they're desperate to go home too.
He's right, guys. And look, there's a hint of sunlight out there. How about it? Are you ready to finally get out there?
See, I told you they were reasonable chaps. My friend, I eagerly await your next visit, when we'll have time to thank you properly. Until then, we wish you the safest travels. And don't forget, you deserve every reward they give you.
Hey, everyone? Come take a look at this. What the hell is that?
On second thought, let's go ahead and wait for the sun to fully rise.